And welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is your boy Fly Island Guy. Today is going to be a very interesting video. And I know a lot of times I say I'm excited, but like right now I'm legitimately excited about this flight because it's just been very fortuitous. So hopefully you would have seen by now in the previous video, I think you have already, this Mustique Airways livery. So I literally knew nothing about Mustique, where it was, what's going on, but lo and behold, today I do an on-air job, and what do you know? It's a two-parter. One, we're stopping in St Lucia, and then after that we are heading to none other than Mustique Island. So I had a chance to take a look at it. Just wanted to get a quick look to see what the airport was all about, because I was also able to find a third-party scenery, which looks amazing, by the way. And this is going to be an interesting little approach. It's an uncontrolled airport, and when I tell you it's going to be kind of cool flying into it, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead, let's get the aircraft started and let's get underway. This is, as I said, this is a two-parter flight, and for the most part it's relatively short, just over 100 nautical miles total. So this first leg of the trip is going to be about 58 nautical miles, 53 nautical miles, and then the next trip, I guess, will be about the same, maybe slightly shorter. All right, so let's see. Got our flight plan in and ready to go. Though I don't know why that's showing. I don't know why that's showing 0 nautical miles. Oh, sorry, an estimated time of 0. Sort of weird. Okay, well, one thing at a time. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get our engine started. And let's get out of here. I'm gonna pop open the window because it's pretty hot here in Martinique. Not what I want to do. There you go. And we get some good engine sounds when we start. All right, fuel pumps on, mags on, right engine start as always.
Your fleet will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
There we go. You think I don't fly this plane all the time? I have trouble starting it. Alright, I'm just gonna set my altimeter really quick. It is pretty much standard, so you can leave it where it is. Alright. Gonna get dinged for starting my engine without turning the beacon on. That's all good though. Let's get these guys on. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we're going to be departing, I believe it's runway 10 here in Martinique today. Yes, it is. And we're going to be doing the Kissy 1R departure. Alright. Sorry, I'm just organizing a couple things here in the background. Alright. Okay, so runway 10 is off to our right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Come on. Alright, they're doing way too much with these vehicles. Come on now. I've got to avoid like 3 vehicles already. Alright, so let's prepare for departure. I'm gonna go ahead and close up this window. Let's go taxi lights on. Strobes can come on as well. Strobes. This guy. Awesome. Okay. Strobe is on. And let's get going. I could pretty much just fly straight. So it's a beautiful approach into Martinique before. Not sure if we're gonna get too much views on the way out now. Let's check the other side. Alright, we're going up to 10,000 feet today. A little off course just now. Look how beautiful this place is, man. So much forest, so much trees. I actually can't believe how big Martinique is. I did not realize the island was this big. We're just going to enjoy the view out for the most part. In the meantime, I hope that you guys had a chance to take a look at my CRJ 900 video, which that was another awesome video testing out the brand new Aerosoft CRJ and taking it over to San Juan, Puerto Rico. It was amazing, but I mean overall the CRJ wasn't too difficult to fly. Pretty much performed the exact same as the CRJ 550 I normally fly. Only thing is just the speeds were, everything was a little higher, so rotation speed was higher, landing speed was higher, just a little more aircraft to deal with, but overall the feel of it was pretty much the exact same. As expected, all things considered, I mean, it's not really that much different in aircraft. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a little bit of turbulence, a couple bumps here and there on the way out. We're going up to 10,000 feet. That's going to be our cruise altitude. And yeah, we've got a little ways to go. As you can see, our estimated time on route is just over 23 minutes. So it's good to actually take a short flight in the BN2 for a change. Normally I'm doing an hour and a half flight, which honestly isn't really realistic, but unless you want to be doing a million flights in this thing, if you want to make some money, you gotta do the longer flights with the heavier cargo. meantime, I'm going to keep enjoying the flight for a little while. As I said, it's going to be a short hop over to St Lucia. I'll catch you guys when we are on our way into St Lucia. Then we're going to do a quick turnaround, and then we'll head back, or we'll head off to Mustique Island. And remember, on the way, we'll just kind of pull up some quick facts about Mustique, see what's happening over there, because I literally know nothing about it. So I'm just going to enjoy the views for now, and I'll talk to you guys then, alright? I'll be back. Peace. Alright, welcome back, everyone. We are just starting to turn on to final here in St Lucia. Weather over here is pretty good as well. Just got a nice little wind, about 17 knots right in the face. So yeah, might make things a little bumpy, but should be alright. Right about now, we're going to descend down to 1,800 feet. We're going to prepare to do the RNAV approach. We look off to our left here. These are the famous Petons of St Lucia. To be honest, FS 2020 isn't really doing it justice, but yeah, here they are. Don't know where my mouse has disappeared to, but anyway, that the pointy mountain right ahead of us, that's one of them, and then there's like a kind of rounded off one to the left. That's the other. Pretty sure they both should be pointy though. Alright, got my mouse back. Yes, sorry, let's talk about these guys right here. So Vieux Fort, St Lucia is right ahead of us. Airport is right there in the distance, and we're going to be preparing to land soon, folks. Has not taken long at all. It's been about 20-25 minutes, give or take. Don't know if you could see it, but we left here. That's Martinique back there. To arm approach mode as well. I'm just going to slow things down a little. Gonna go take off flaps. We're just going to hold here to 1,800 feet. In about 3 nautical miles, the glide path should kick in, and we'll start our descent towards the runway. As I said, once we touch down, we're just going to do a quick turnaround here in St Lucia, basically just dropping off some passengers. Carrying 6 passengers right now, 3 musicians and 3 emergency workers, and so it's the emergency workers that are coming to St Lucia. Then we're going to be taking the musicians over to Mustique Island. I think this plane feels so slow when you want to approach. Better view of one of the Petons on your left here. And that tree line is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like that. But as I said, man, I always say I really appreciate how much Microsoft Flight Simulator has really brought the Caribbean to life for me. It makes flying around here so much better. Just looking forward to them fully implementing masking, water masking, and all that. Water masking is available for some islands. You can see even around here, near the shoreline, there's a little bit, but it's not quite there yet. All right, our glide path is officially kicked in. You saw the nose of the aircraft drop a little bit. So I'm just going to slow down and then I'm going to go full takeoff flaps. Sorry, not full takeoff flaps. We're going to go full flaps. And we'll do that now. We'll go engines full rich, props full forward. So if you look at the water, it's a little bit of like a little bit of white caps to the waves right now. So as you can see, we do have a little bit of wind here in St Lucia today, which is good to see. So I'm so used to seeing just glassy water, which is a little unrealistic. Yeah, as I said, the weather here in St Lucia, the winds are out of 070 at 17 knots. So yeah, we've got a pretty strong headwind going on. So I think we should. According to windy.com, the wind should be blowing pretty much right in our face. Alright, I'll take over from here and find the RNAV normally tries to like ditch you right before the runway. So I'll just fly it in by hand. A little off course. The PAPI lights have us Sure, we're a little low right now. 3 white, 3 reds, 1 white. We're trying to land a little further down the runway so we don't have too long of a taxi. Not sure if that's a taxiway, but it just looks like dirt. Okay. Oh, it's an X, so not gonna go there. Alright, taxiway up to our left. We're gonna do a quick and dirty taxi here. Well, parking job that is, sorry. Oh, where did the plane come from? Alright. I'm just gonna point the nose out. So we're just dropping some passengers off. So gonna leave the beacon. Well, no, could turn the beacons off as well.
Engine off time locked. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Alright. Cool. So we're going to just quickly deboard these passengers, and I'm going to just put in our new flight plan. When I come back, we'll be making our way over to Mustique Island, and that is going to be fun. Alright, so I'll be right back, and just bear with me. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got our passengers off. Was able to go to the bathroom, pick up a sandwich, holler at the little cutie that works at the front desk, and then get back in the plane and let's get these last set of passengers to Mustique. Just using half the runway. Good to take off now. This last leg of the trip is, how long is it? It's not that long. If we look at our estimated time en route, it's saying 44 minutes, but I'm pretty sure that's going to cut down really, really fast. Just take a little bit of time to enjoy the departure out of St Lucia. If you remember, we came back past the Petons when we were coming in, so we're going to be continuing our south track. So we're just getting back on our original flight path. Our cruising altitude for this segment of the trip is 8,000 feet. Gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot on. And we're gonna go into nav mode. So I'm hoping at some point that we can do a little scenic view of the north of St Lucia. So, as I mentioned to you before, this area in the south of St Lucia is called Vieux Fort. Vieux-Fort. And the capital of St Lucia is in the north end, Castries. So there is an airport up there, and we have been to that airport before. Long time ago though. Long time ago. It's kind of when I first got into the BN2. But we haven't gone there again for an on-air trip. So definitely want to do that. We'll see where on-air takes us though. Gotta climb. Alright, so if you look now, our estimated time en route has basically cut in half. Not 100% sure why that happened. It was originally saying like 44 minutes. Now it's cut down to 22 minutes. And as you can see, the countdown is very fast. So it's not like this is real time seconds. It's counting down really, really fast. So I have a feeling it should take us about maybe 20 minutes to get over to Mustique Island. So let's just bring up Navigraph so you guys can get an idea of where we are right now. Alright, so here we are leaving south of St Lucia. As I mentioned, this is Castries up north. Fun fact as well, this eastern end of St Lucia is called Dennery. They actually created their own genre of soca music called Dennery segment. Very drum and bass heavy. Sounds awesome, by the way. Love listening to it. So we are heading south right now, and So this is St. Vincent here, and Mustique Island is one of the islands in the chain of islands for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we're pretty much making good time towards main island in St. Vincent. I guess I'm not too sure what to call it. But yeah. So let's talk about Mustique. So Mustique, I personally think that Mustique is going to be, but after you guys see it, you're going to want to give it a try, fly over there. I did a trip, not a trip, but I just kind of loaded it up. I just wanted to make sure the scenery was alright before I did the stream. And it was definitely giving me St. Barths vibes. One end of the runway is basically unusable. And when I say unusable, I guess with St. Barths you can land. You can land in the part. Well, you can land on both ends of the runway. And this one, I don't know if it's just the flight simulator scenery, but there's literally like a forest right before one end of the runway. So if you want to land at that end of the runway, you have to get up and over that layer of trees and then basically dive towards the runway. So it makes it damn near impossible to land on one end. I can do it in the BN2, or it's doable in the BN2, but you still use up a hell of a lot of runway to, you know, level the plane out, stabilize it, and land it, and then slow it down. So we're going to be departing from the other end, but the other end reminds me a lot of St. Barths, in that kind of doing a little approach over a hill to land on the runway. And then the runway in Mustique Island is only 2,500 feet. And if we actually take a look at the runway, and you're going to see it when we land, I'd say about half of this is displaced threshold. So you only really have about 1,500 feet or so of runway to land. So pretty much only small planes like the BN2 can land there. I can't foresee even like landing there in the CJ4. I don't even think it'll be possible in that plane. Maybe, but I think that'll be pushing it. But we'll get to see it once we land, and like I know you guys are gonna get a kick out of that. So while we're here, let's just get some information on Mustique Island. So what is Mustique? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm saying Mustique. Could be Mustique, who knows? So about the island, let's see. Pretty much this is a very tourist driven island. There's really not much to it. So they say the Mustique is steeped in history and surrounded by intrigue. It lies in the stream of islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, just 100 miles west of Barbados. The island's gentle climate and natural beauty of dramatic hilltops and pristine palm-fringed beaches has attracted visitors for generations. Drawn by the unique sense of island life, they return to enjoy the exclusive luxury villas and hospitality offered on this original private island. So in terms of island life, you can enjoy the privacy of your own villa, or the legendary house parties where fellow guests get together to enjoy anything from a gastronomic dinner, a cocktail party, to a beach barbecue or jump up at Basil's. So I just looked up what a jump up was, and jump up is basically kind of like an event that they have every Wednesday night where you're pretty much able to go. They'll have like live music there, or they'll have a DJ. They mentioned DJ Static here. So it really is just like a party that happens every Wednesday night. They say that many visitors are so charmed by island life, the unequivocal hospitality, and the friendliness of the staff, and the sense of well-being this holiday island gives them, that they fall under its spell, only to return every year. So this has actually piqued my interest, to be honest, because a while back I went to the Bahamas for a wedding, and I said that every year after that I'm going to try and take a nice trip somewhere. Funnily enough, St Lucia is on my radar, but also this place sounds pretty cool. Although I have a feeling that it's going to probably be for rich people only. I don't know. I'm just looking up a trip here just to see how much it will cost. So needless to say, it's expensive. Well, actually, that's for December. I don't know, but I'm very curious to see if it's expensive to stay there or not. On top of that, they do have island security. So basically, kind of on-island force that acts as police, firefighters. You know, they provide medical service as well if need be. They say that there is a medical clinic there that you can use if needed, and a pharmacy, but they do recommend that you still bring your own medications if need be. Like, don't rely on the pharmacy. But if there was any kind of medical emergency, then they're able to kind of get you off island, send you to Martinique or one of those places for, you know, if you need like a medevac. I'm just kind of curious how much it costs to like overnight there. So the island has its own fleet of 18-seater twin otter aircraft that shuttle passengers from either St Lucia or Barbados. So when you arrive at either airport in St Lucia or Barbados, you'll be met by our meet and greet representative in the arrivals hall, building up a sign with your name, and they'll fast track you through all the formalities and accompany you to the Mustique Lounge, where you can help yourself to refreshments while waiting for the short hop to Mustique. As you can see, we've only been in the air now for maybe about 10 minutes, and we are pretty much I'd say about halfway there. Once we hit this next waypoint, we'll pretty much be heading straight for the island. Yeah. So we're completing like the longest segment of the trip now. And then it'll be 50 nautical miles to the actual island where we're going to do a fully visual approach. So I'm just going to set up our descent. Do a little calculation ahead of time. So we're going to go down to 1,500 feet. And from this distance, you'll probably want to descend at about 1,300 to 1,400 feet per minute to make sure we get down in time. From that point, we're just going to be going fully visual to just get an eye on the runway. And then we're actually going to be turning. We'll basically be doing probably a left turn maybe. But we're going to be going for runway 09. Alright. So, just talk a little more. Just before we start our descent, they say every effort is made to schedule hopper flights as close to international arrival times as much as possible. Their goal is to get you to Mustique as quickly as possible. Please be aware that you have a short wait while they prepare the aircraft, and these times can vary, particularly in peak season. So please remember, you cannot land in Mustique after sunset. Therefore, your international flight needs to land in Barbados or St Lucia before 3:30 p.m. Any later than this, and we're unable to guarantee a same-day arrival on island. And if your international flight is delayed, every effort will be made to get you to Mustique on the next available flight. But this may mean overnighting in Barbados or St Lucia, or flying to St. Vincent, where there may be an option of taking a boat. So Mustique Company will not be liable for any additional costs incurred due to late arrivals of international carriers. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's start our descent. I'm going to do 1,400 feet. I'm just trying to see where Mustique Island will be. According to this, I believe this is Mustique Island, like directly ahead of us. And we're going to be doing the 09 approach, which means that we're going to have to come out on the left side here and come in for a landing. So I have to make a right turn and come back left. If need be, we'll just do a visual circle of the airport. That's what we have to do. It's all good. I forgot to try and take a look at the airport here in St. Vincent on the way, but it's all good. So I'm doing about 140 knots on descent, which is, I guess, a little fast, but that's where I calculated my descent at. I'm also coming in a little faster than we need to. Sorry, we're descending a little faster than we need to. I believe this is it here, this island here. So I want to get down quickly so that I have time to kind of look around and just kind of get a lay of the land before we do the approach. This is exciting times, folks. So let's see. So I think right now we're passing the island of Port Elizabeth on our right. I believe it's Port Elizabeth, yeah. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little nervous, but it's more like an excitement nervous more than anything else. Just trying to determine where the airport is. Looks like it should be fairly kind of right in front of us. Well, the whole island is right in front of us, but alright, come down to 1500. So I'm gonna slow down and just gonna go autopilot off. What I'm gonna do is just gonna do a quick flyover to see just exactly where the airport is. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this airport, there are no published approaches. So basically 100% visual. As soon as I see where the airport is, I'm going to go ahead and start my descent. Alright, I think this is it right here. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna just pass the airport on our left, and then we're just gonna kind of do a circling right turn and come back to land. As you guys can see, that end of the airport there's no way you're gonna be able to get over these trees and land safely. So you gotta come from this direction. And there's also like a slope at the end of the runway as well. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Alright. What I'm going to do is slow down and I'm going to set takeoff flaps. I don't want to lose too much altitude. Gonna go full rich, props full forward in preparation for landing. And I'm gonna set flaps. Landing flaps. Alright, so airport is off to our right. So this is why I'm calling it the new St. Barths. Because the challenge for landing here is pretty similar. And considering I've never landed at St. Barths, that does not instill me with confidence at all. Don't worry, we're gonna get it down in one piece. Just trust me on this. As we come in for landing, there's a very long displaced threshold for the runway. So I'm trying not to come in too steep. Come in more shallow, but not so shallow that I'm skimming the tops of the trees. Interesting. Look at that tower right there. Oh, it's gonna be hard. Oof, that one hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful island of Mustique. I hope they have a dentist office here for that teeth chattering landing that we just had. But what do you guys think? Is this St. Barths better than this? Or what? Now look at the craftsmanship at the airport here. It's absolutely awesome. These people seem to be frozen in time. There you go. Welcome to Mustique Arrivals.
Engine off time locked.
There you go.
Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Awesome. So get these fuel pumps off. So yeah, I definitely hope that you guys enjoyed that approach. It's pretty crazy, I must say, if you haven't done it before. But I really had a blast doing that. As usual, make sure to check back. I mean, videos coming every few days here on the channel, so definitely looking forward to seeing you guys' comments. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is your boy Flyland Guy saying stay safe, and most of all, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.